What's up, y'all? Great to be here. Great to be here. And the time of year it is when this video is being recorded, the time it is right here is summer. That's right. Big fan of summer, especially being in school. You know, summer break is great. It's great. Time to get away from the normal routine of life. It's time to take a few days off and go and do some summer activities. Yeah. I love summer, man. Some of you guys know me. You know I love fishing. Yes, fishing is great, man. Fishing is great. I recently had an experience with fishing that I'll never forget. Okay? I was catching the catfish. I had my pole leaning up on the bank, and it went in the water. I haven't seen that pole again. That's just something that's been on my mind. And I'm like, there's this catfish out in the lake somewhere dragging a pole behind him to this day. Okay? So, somewhere, I don't know what kind of catfish it was or how big it was or anything like that. All I know is he's dragging a Zebco 202 behind him right now. Alright? So, that was an experience, and I almost jumped in. If my phone wasn't in my pocket, it was just like 2 inches away from my hand. I just watched it slowly sink into the water. It was like a Titanic scene. Like, so, I mean, you guys like fishing? I love fishing, man. It's great. I love to catch fish. It's one of my favorite summer activities. I love to go to the beach. I've had experiences with the beach. I love it. You get sand everywhere. You get sand in places you should probably never have sand. But it's worth it to see that beautiful scenery, to get into that sea, man. It's so great. Can't get enough of the beach. When my family goes out of town for summer, my family is one of those families, I don't know if yours does this, but mine is one of those, when we go out of town or go into a new place, we point out everything, okay? We just driving down the road. Look, a Kroger. Look, a Walmart. We have that in our town, but still we're going to point it out. Look, there's a Zaxby's. Look, there's a Popeyes. There's a Dollar General. Look, a Family Dollar. Look, a Taco Bell. A Burger King. A McDonald's. Better not ask for a milkshake. Look, another Dollar General. 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 How many can there possibly need? How bad does this world need Dollar General? There's like one every mile. You can be in the middle of scenic nowhere and there's still going to be a Dollar General flourishing with business. It's crazy, man. It sure is crazy. One of the things I love to do summer, I'm a big fan of water slides, man. I have been since I was little. One of my favorite summer activities. My family still go places to find them, man. Water slides, they're great. They're great. One of my most vivid summer memories when I was about 8 years old. I was 8 years old at a big giant summer festival, and they had a giant water slide. And I wanted to get on that water slide. It was a big giant inflatable one, okay? And I'll admit it, I was a little chunky back then. I was chubby. I mean, yeah. When I was about 8 or 9 years old, that's how it was. Don't judge. I'm telling y'all, it's a very vivid memory. But I want to get on the water slide, just like all the other kids were. And I wasn't like extremely overweight or nothing where I couldn't get on. I was just kind of a clumsy kid. And if you want a hint how to get into comedy, this is a pretty good hint right here. Have an experience like this when you're 8 or 9 and chunky, okay? Well, here it is. I want to get on the water slide, and my mom's like, go ahead. So I go over there with all the other kids. I go up the water slide steps, all the way to the second to last step on the top. And my hand slips, And in my defense, the water got over on the steps and they were very slippery. They were like rubber steps. I mean, they should be outlawed. That's not even safe. But my foot slips. And I just start going down the slide. And I mean, there is about 15 kids behind me, and I'm a chunky kid, so I just went bowling. Alright? And I'm trying to grab a hold to the rope, trying to get back up. But eventually it hurts my hand, and I just give up, and I just Superman it. I'm just riding down the steps, man. I'm just belly flopping down, and I get a strike, and all the kids go like bowling pins from this big chunky kid. All the kids just scatter. And I'm laying there on the end of the slide like Superman with his arms out. And the guy that is running the slide, he's like, okay, he's going back up. It was an accident. Just nobody go behind him this time. That's kind of humiliating, but I didn't think of it like that back then, so I just go back up. I go back up the slide, and I make it to like the third to last step, and I go down again. Yep. There I go. And this time, I don't even try to stop myself. I'm just riding this way. I'm like, this is kind of fun. I might keep doing it this way. And there's no kids behind me, so I'm like going max speed like a penguin. And when I get down to the bottom, the guy that's running it's like, dude, you're supposed to go down the other way. So I get up there, and finally I go back up and I make it down the slide. And that is an experience I'll never forget. And then I see another water slide, a little smaller. I say, hey, I think I want to get on this. I get on that water slide. And the same thing happens. All the kids are all in the bottom. I'm like, okay, I give up. Summer activities, man, they're great. Remember, you guys, the southern heat is hot, so stay safe. Enjoy your summer. Thank you guys so much. It's been great. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.